Hi, this is June from Turning Point Life Investment, and this is your market analysis for July 30th, 2011. Okay, what a brutal week. The market has been down 5 consecutive days in a row, and the last time we had such a downpour was back here when the market was down 6 consecutive days in a row. And even then, we only got 1 day's worth of rebound. Now, today, the market broke under not today, on Friday, it broke under 130 support, which has been acting as support before, but now we see that it's broken underneath it. So, given that the market has been down for quite some time, you're going to have to expect that the market is going to get some kind of a relief rally, some kind of a bounce, especially if you were to go into a shorter time frame, like an hourly view. You are already starting to see divergence developing, especially with Friday's gap down. Had a major gap down, but the momentum or the strength behind the gap down isn't as strong based on the MACD and even though the stochastic. We got a decent rebound, but it kind of faded towards the afternoon on Friday. So the main thing is with this quick reversal, can it hold up here? And of course, we're all waiting for August 2nd to really find out what the market is going to do. And it doesn't surprise me the market sold off the way it did because it's so uncertain. And usually the market displays uncertainty by selling because people aren't sure what's going to happen. And rather than holding through their positions, they would just much rather liquidate their positions and just stay in cash and just basically watch to see what happens next. One thing I do want to point out is the VIX, which measures sentiment, bullish, bearish sentiment, is getting high up there. It's getting into the mid 25s, the mid 20s. And the last time we were up here was back here mid-March with the whole tsunami thing. So you have to assume that bearish sentiment is getting pretty high right now. A lot of fear is creeping into this market. And of course, that's what's driving prices lower. But it gets to a point where it's too extreme, and that's when it usually tips over and hits a bottom in the market. And right now, I feel like we're pretty much at that point, especially seeing how the VIX closed outside the Bollinger Bands 3 days in a row. And the last time it happened was back here, where we had that bottom back in mid-June, and of course, this was an extreme close outside of the Bollinger Bands. So sentiment-wise, we're getting to some pretty bearish sentiment. Price-wise, we are basically being very choppy, and not a whole lot going on as far as the market. So uncertainty still rules the market, and the best I can say is the market is triangulating right now, and that's probably the best description to fit this market as far as price action. Things are just very choppy right now. So when it comes to trading, just either you don't trade, or if you do, keep it very, very light. Okay, and that's the best advice I can give you in these type of market conditions. And as far as our own trading, we basically don't have a whole lot of positions. Either they've got stopped out, or we just don't issue trade alerts during these choppy conditions. A lot of our members have enjoyed LVS, which is one of the holdings that we have recommended. A nice gap up on earnings, and it's currently holding so far, even though it's still kind of selling off in the market pressure. But on its own, it's doing pretty well. It's holding on its own against the market sell-off. So this is a stock that we're continuing to hold, and once the market looks better, then we will definitely add on to LVS right here.